Right, yo, my people, welcome back to another episode of the Outchenheimer podcast. I'm your host, J2 Izzo, and I'm joined by.
It's MB. What you saying, guys?
Hope you're all doing well. You know, we start the show, got some hit blunts. I had 3, but the third one.
Did that make sense?
No, I did actually.
You sure?
Alright, cool. Let me read the third one first. Cool. Flashbangs and flip flops have the same naming convention.
What?
Flashbangs and flip flops have the same naming conventions. So the way they're named is the same.
Oh, naming conventions.
Yeah, so
okay.
There's the flash and then you hear the bang. And then with flip flops, it's flip flop, flip flop.
Oh, the onomatopoeia and that.
Yeah.
Okay, I hear that.
So they're named the same.
That makes sense, okay.
Which is pretty interesting. Cool. The second one is, we got really lucky with the discovery of nukes.
Why? Wait, have you seen Oppenheimer?
Nah, I'm gonna see. I want to watch it in a proper. I was gonna go Peck and Plex, but I was like, nah.
Wait, you said you want to watch Oppenheimer in a proper thing and you want to go Peckaplex?
No, I said I could have watched it in Peck and Plex, but I'm saying I want to watch it in a proper.
Are you
IMAX.
still going to go Peckaplex?
No, I went to watch Barbie, you know. People are saying it's good.
Alright.
Oh, here we go.
I didn't say anything.
No, you should watch it as well so we can talk about it next week.
No, the thing is, I might watch Oppenheimer soon. Yeah, depending. But, that makes sense how we got lucky with nukes. Yeah. Because they could have just collapsed everything.
What do you mean?
Is that what you mean?
No, what do you mean first, and then I'll say what I mean.
What do you mean?
What do you mean first?
I said that, you said that you got lucky with the discovery of nukes, right?
Yeah.
And I said, because if, we weren't lucky, everything would collapse, right?
That's one way of looking at it, but another way is for example, World War II, if we knew, forget World War II actually, in terms of certain wars, you're not going to fight certain wars if you know the other side has nukes. So it's kind of made everyone a bit stale, and we just get Cold Wars now. Or the worst thing we'll get is Russia and Ukraine, or smaller little battles, but we won't get a whole world war.
Of that scale.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's true. Yeah. They should discover that earlier, bro. But at the same time,
It's a decent deterrent for violence.
what, more violence? Deterrent more violence?
What do you mean?
You said it's a decent deterrent.
For violence, yeah.
A nuke.
Yeah.
Which is more violence.
Yeah, it's more violence if used, but if it's not used, it deters enough.
I don't know, because the day that we upgrade to start using lasers and all them things there.
Okay, yeah, then it'll be back on.
Bro?
It'll be back on.
I don't even want to know what they're going to come up with next, bro. Next thing you know, it'll be one silent bomb. You won't even know it's dropped. Everyone will just start going, just melting.
That would be nuts.
That would be crazy, bro. It would be like an episode of Rick and Morty. Nah, man, I don't know. I'm not sure about all these military guys, you know.
Yeah.
What's the next one?
Cool. The last one is, the more money you earn, the more you realize how poor you are.
The more what?
The more money you earn, the more you realize how poor you are.
Why is that?
Compare it. Once you start, okay, for example, let's say on
how poor you were or how poor you are.
How poor you are, for example, let's say your company, for example.
Yeah.
If you kind of know how much your manager's earning, you're like, wow, so I worked this. Obviously, comparisons of people enjoy all that stuff, but you start putting things into perspective, damn, I could actually be earning this, and this amount, and look at what my managers go. Remember when you said your managers and all these other people in your workplace are going ski trips and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So once you start earning more, you start getting into circles with people who earn more as well. You're oh wow.
True. Yeah.
I've just started in this thing. I'm a little boy in this thing.
I think that happened to me the first time I went David Lloyd.
Okay, yeah, that's a serious one.
Because it was me and my cousin. It wasn't we shared a membership. It was he was it was in my name, but obviously you know how you can add on someone else for a discounted price. So it must have been 150 or 160 for both of us, yeah. And this time I'm a second year apprentice. I'm just making copper. It's just pebbles, bro.
Yeah.
And it was £70 that first payment. Because obviously you said you would take the lion's share of it and then I'll just pay, you know what I mean? So I paid £70 or £75. And I was like, damn.
I mean, that's 5 months of gym.
Bro, do you get it?
Yeah, pure gym or something.
So I went in now And then when I even just got welcomed into the place, and they're like, oh, would you like a refreshment? I was thinking, refreshment if I even started. How can I?
So they're giving you pre-workout.
What? I was like, what are you talking about? I was like, yeah, I had a nice little cucumber water. They went to the change room. The change room had Sky Sports playing. Bro, on a HD TV. Like, same way we got that TV there, it was there, and it was around the corner in the other part of the change room.
I was going to say we had that in my uni gym, but it wasn't HD. It was like pretty small.
Bro,
I can imagine that one is like...
It was like a 30 inch. It was like a 30-inch TV.
Damn.
Or 32, because they don't do 30s. But yeah, it was like, it was good.
Damn, so just
And
three of them just
the
chilling.
showers as well were divine. It was waterfall showers as well. Obviously, I had to use the little hairnet and that, but it was waterfall showers. Damn. And the towels were there on deck, like it was almost like as soon as I put one down, a new one spawns on the other side. Like there were just towels on deck. The gym size was amazing. They had tennis courts, sauna, steam room, swimming pools. I was like, I feel like home here. And then there's even like a little office space in this one that I was at. So what I used to do was in the mornings go there with my cousin around like 7:30, work out for about an hour up to about 8:30. Sauna and steam room for the next 10 minutes. For the next 15 to 20 minutes. And then afterwards, go to the office space and work, bro. And then I come home at like 12. And then one time, like once on a weekly basis, like we go like for young lunch and that.
You see, that's the life, man.
Bro! And I said, this is divine. The types of people I was meeting in the sauna and that these guys just talking about their jobs. One of them was like the head of engineering for some it didn't even sound like an engineering company, but he was the head of the engineering there.
Yeah. Do you know what engineers do? I feel like I know, but I don't.
Depends on what type of engineering you do. Because technically, I'm an engineer.
No, not your type. I mean, the real one. I'm joking.
I said the real one. Are you okay?
I said he's an engineer.
I am an engineer. I work with my hands.
I guess.
I work with my hands, bro. I engineer stuff. I'm a bachelor of science.
Well done, man. I guess you're an engineer, but
hey, what do you mean like general engineers?
Yeah,
but they like engineer shit, bro.
Because I saw one video, and it was like some guy working outside, like those people who flip signs.
Yeah.
And he was like a chief executive marketing agent for a Fortune 500 company.
And then the guy said, oh yeah, I'm an underwater porcelain.
Yeah.
You're a dishwasher, bro. That's what you do. You wash dishes.
Yeah, I just want to know what engineers do. Like, maybe it's that thing, like...
Nah, engineers...
Maybe they just play with Legos or something. They're going to get onto me. They are going to get onto you.
I ain't gonna lie. I had an engineering workshop literally yesterday.
Oh, okay.
And we were playing with Lego. We were literally playing with Lego. But,
I'm going to bleep that so it's not snitching,
No, but it's the fact that engineers love Lego. And the reason why we love Lego, we love Lego, is because you're able to design stuff using building blocks, and then you can translate that into, in my world, in technical terms. So that's what the workshop was about yesterday. We were using Lego blocks and we were building exactly how we want it to look from a, like, for example, if we have a new client, and then we want them to experience our software, that's how we do it in Lego. So it's like, okay, the customer bit is here, and then this is the little processes behind it. This is, the execution, the cogs, all that sort of stuff. And then we look at it and we're like, okay, cool. Yeah, so now how can we do this using, or like what frameworks will we do with this now? Like to make the client side a bit more friendly, welcoming, the same way that is welcoming in the Lego blocks. And then when it comes to the processing, okay, cool, so what language is the best for this? What libraries are, you know what I mean? Do we have to worry about CI/CD and all that sort of stuff? So that's how,
Okay.
did you get it? Don't worry, I got it for us. I got it. I saved it.
Fair enough. But what I wanted to talk about today, I saw one video, and it was about, I don't know if you saw it, so there was a girl and a guy, and they were talking about how they're getting married and how she's a virgin.
Okay.
And...
Wait, go ahead.
Yeah, and then she said that, I did dabble back in the day doing oral stuff, but I'm a vaginal virgin, yeah.
Okay.
And then the guy was like, I'm not a virgin, but I'm so happy she is. And it's received a lot of backlash in terms of the kind of double standard, in terms of people saying, why isn't it important if a man's a virgin? Da, 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 da.
Can I say one thing?
No.
Have you seen the video that's going around about the Rare Talks podcast?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Did you see his explanation?
No.
Go watch his explanation.
Or is it funny or does it?
No, it makes sense, and it's a little bit funny. But hold on, all I'm gonna say is obviously
We collabed with them before, yeah.
we collabed with them before, so obviously we kind of. I'm not gonna say we know them man like from day or like that's my guy, but obviously like because we were talking before we recorded, and then we spoke after, so you can kind of catch the vibe of like what someone's like and all that sort of stuff. Yeah. So when I saw the video that was going around, because it's kind of like this, because they touched on the same premise that you were talking about how or why men care about a woman that's a virgin in comparison to women not necessarily caring if men are virgins in the partnership. And I think so. Basically, what they said was that men prefer. Okay, I'm gonna have to paraphrase and not trying to get them under the bus because I actually hear what you were saying. I was like, I never thought of it like that. But he was essentially saying that men like women who are kind of like clean slates in the term where they haven't gone through a lot of trauma or hurt, and a lot of hurt and trauma nowadays comes from like either people's sexual partners or even just their partners in general. So you get like people being cheated on or like them. I don't know, people that we've heard about like dilemmas in this on the pod where my man will go out to this girl, shop, sell her dreams, and then that's it.
Yeah.
They both have a body now.
Or even that girl who she had a husband, but
exactly, did you get
well,
it?
because she had so many sexual experiences, she was cheating on him, whatever.
Exactly. So it was kind
so
of like that.
Have you seen the film Raging Bull?
No, but it sounds interesting. Go ahead.
It's the one with Robert De Niro, and in that film, so he had a wife. He left that wife for like a younger girl, and then like after like a year or two, the same problems he had with his wife, he had with the younger girl. And in that film, I was like, okay. At first I thought, oh, this guy's just abusive.
Yeah.
But then I watched like some video explaining it, and I recommend everyone watch it. Because like you think there's gonna be a happy ending and it just gets worse. But when I was watching the video explaining it, the guy spoke about this thing called the Madonna complex. I can't remember. It was one of those celebrities, but it's the idea that when you see like a woman who you think is a virgin or you think is pure, you're like, oh my gosh, this woman's amazing, da da da. And then when you're with her, you realize she's pretty much like every other woman. And not to say that's a bad thing, but you know when you hold this idea in your head,
like some sort of like angelic figure.
Yeah, but she's not like she's just normal, like, or maybe like she does something freaky or something, and you thought she was a virgin. And then
you're like, damn, where'd you learn that?
And then after a while, for some guys, they start getting a bit insecure. They start thinking the girl's cheating because, like, for example, if you're dating a virgin and let's say, for example, you guys end up having sex,
and she starts doing the wickedest of things, I'm gonna be
you know, in your heart, your man's gonna be racing.
Oh, of course, because look, I get it. Some people learn stuff from like porn or whatever, but if she's doing a mazine, like.
That's the only problem with that.
I'm gonna start.
You want a girl who's got a clean slate type thing, because at the end of the day, it's either what I've just described, where you'll be a bit like insecure, you start like questioning,
back and forth.
Or it's gonna be a thing of you're gonna have to date a girl in the real world most of the time. There's some as you get older, you're gonna go date people who've been through some stuff. So
yeah, but even with that clean slate thing, I don't think it was even strictly just talking about virgins. Just talking about those with like less experience in it, and how less experience isn't always a bad thing because of that. You're kind of avoiding all that.
Yeah, I guess why they got flack is because they were speaking about like younger women.
Yeah, but to them, so this is where I said that you should probably go and watch the explanation video, because obviously we already know that. Grown men, innit? So he was saying, and obviously it's a snippet. Like we ourselves should know. Like there's obviously the prelude to that conversation, and something that came afterwards as well.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you, I didn't watch the full episode, but I watched the clip that was going around, and then I added that with how I've experienced my man, and when we were talking about like topics that are not similar but around that in a way, off a tangent to it. And then I watched his explanation. I was like, oh yeah, like I get what he was saying, because to him, he was saying younger women are women that are like 25, 26.
But that's what got what's his name?
Leonardo DiCaprio in trouble.
Yeah, that's what's getting him in trouble. Like, obviously, it sounds good.
No,
it doesn't sound horrible.
So
but
it's in reverse. So Leonardo won't date up. He would date up until 25. He was saying that is 25 and above is a younger woman. He said anything under 25 is a baby. Like, he doesn't even
look at them.
Doesn't even look at them. Whereas Leonardo said, yeah, I'm good until the 25th. Like, that's what he said.
No, but yeah, it's that same complex of like younger women and all this stuff. But yeah, I just feel we need to be careful with.
Yeah, and do you know, it's one of those
especially
things,
when we speak about younger.
Do you know, it's one of those things where we will know what we're talking about. We will go home, edit this, know what we're talking about, post it. People will know what we're talking about, and then all it takes is like either a blog page or someone who hates us or someone who's just trying to stitch mandem up to clip. Yeah, you know what? I hear what you're saying because I watched the whole 20, or maybe I caught it on the little intro, the YouTube or something or whatever. Let me clip that little 20 seconds, because I can't lie to you. If you were to clip a lot of conversations for just 20 seconds, everybody will sound wild.
Yeah, but I guess with the younger women thing, you have to be mindful that grooming does take place.
I hear it. But then that's down to, okay, not down to, but then that's at the fault of whoever clipped that and said, yeah, I'm gonna fling it out there. Do you get it?
No, but as like podcasters, we're not new to this. We know people do that, so we have to be.
At the same time, it's like you shouldn't like. Obviously, it's a podcast of conversations at the end of the day, right? So why should I then be stating every 20 seconds, oh wait, this is for, or like a disclaimer. Might as well just say disclaimer for the whole conversation.
No, but you don't have to give a disclaimer. But...
And they might have done that at the start of the topic, like a disclaimer, like, look, when we say younger, we're talking about, do you get it? Because they were in a group, it was a group of 4 men.
Yeah.
Do you get it? So they might have said that, and then people just point, and they might have said, oh, yeah, just before we forget, if we go to the next topic, young disclaimer, and do you get it?
Yeah, I guess with a disclaimer doesn't save you, and I think what a lot of people have the problem with is just the word clean slate. Clean slate is very malleable.
That was in the apology video, not in the original one.
Okay, but I'm just saying, like, those type of words, like clean slate,
I get you.
no experience. Like,
well, it wasn't no experience.
Most girls that
inexperienced, in a sense.
Even that as well. Like, most girls that we speak to, like, unless you're dating like within church or something, and even then, like, if you're still dating women, they're gonna have some experience. Like, at this age, like,
yeah, I mean, yeah,
some experience to a certain degree. So even saying that, it's like, who are you talking about then?
Yeah, but I mean,
you just have to be careful with this.
Oh no, 100%.
And even if he's in the end of the day, where he's coming from is a good place, then his fans will stick with him. But
so that's what it was. I saw the apology video. I was like, I'm watched this because I saw the man getting cooked. Yeah. Like it was on my Insta. People, some people put it on their, one person put it on their Snap story or whatever. And I was like, I know my man, but I was like, I know he gets cooked quite a bit sometimes, but a range of different stuff.
No, but do you know, I think sorry, continue.
I was gonna say, but the way they're cooking him on this topic in particular.
No, but you know, sometimes people just get tired and like, okay, we need to get him out of the paint somehow. How are we gonna do this? Like with the baby, yeah. Like when he got cancelled, because he was doing stupid things before then. Like, I remember like he punched a woman. Like, you know, when fans like start, you know, when fans are like in like you're going into a venue and their fans are on the side.
The enclosure.
Yeah, so like I think a woman touched him, and then, like, you know, those natural reactions.
Yeah.
I think he tried to kiss a woman, like, but it wasn't a bit consensual, whatever. Those little things were happening, and I was seeing them, but he was still hot. The minute that gay thing, pause. The minute that gay thing came out, or when he decided to say those things about gay people, it's not even like it was. The hip hop community was done with him, and then when everyone else decided to cancel him, it was just like flatline.
It was like, you're finished, but now we're gonna add your previous offences that we turned a blind eye to. Yeah, now I hear it.
So with him as well, like I feel like sometimes he says things that can be kind of, well, I'll speak about Red Talk. Yeah. Like you could tell, like it's just to wind some people up a bit. Like he might believe it, but it's that smile on his face as well. Like if someone that I disagree with say something with a smile on their face,
You're gonna think they're a bit smug or something. Is that
Yeah, and I'm gonna try and get them out of it. So I guess that could be another reason.
I think to be honest with you, like some of the topics are just controversial, and controversy always ends up going viral. So
It depends. If you take like a hard stance or something, you have to be like mindful of where it's gonna what's it called? Where it can land you pretty much.
Yeah, no, I hear that.
So you gotta be careful with that.
Yeah, I hear that. Can I just say, please don't come and take something I've said today out of context. Just.
I mean, you agree with buddy. So
I didn't say that. I said I hear what you're saying. I hear his explanation.
That's the clip. They got him.
This guy, be your own sometimes. Black people, why are we like this?
It's just you, maybe.
Jeez, no, it's you.
I'm joking.
I said, got him. Nah, man. Send it straight to Shade Bro.
Literally. But what else has been happening this week?
Oh wait, hold on. Chelsea just got fined by the FFP for a historical FFP breach. Yeah.
We tried to.
Let's get them down.
Yeah. But to be fair, I wouldn't mind another transfer ban though.
You need it.
We don't need it.
You need a transfer embargo. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's
We
going on.
haven't bought anyone this.
Nicholas Jackson.
Oh yeah, just him.
Christopher Nkunku.
That was like.
Yeah,
that was a while ago.
But he officially signed this transfer window. So.
No, but I'm saying like other than Nicholas Jackson, I'm trying to think. Who else?
You niggas been trying to get Caicedo.
Or him or Lavia. Oh my gosh.
You're definitely not getting Lavia.
No, apparently we're gonna hijack him from Liverpool.
I'd love to see that.
Bro, band for band, we can beat Liverpool. Come on now.
No, band for
be
band.
Be realistic now.
Band for band, a lot of people can beat Liverpool.
No, it's not even that they don't have the money. It's just like
they're stingy.
But I think the Fabinho deal didn't go through.
Yeah, because of his dog.
Yeah, so.
Did you hear about that?
Someone said that's not necessarily true, but
apparently it's one of the key factors.
Yeah.
Like in the personal terms, because the dog breed wasn't allowed in Saudi Arabia.
That's not. That's what those like funny videos where it's like 10 facts.
Yeah, that you don't think are true, but
the facts machine and all those things. That was sad though.
That was sad.
Because Courtois was just like, thank you. Just took body swap, but
I came in the last minute block.
But now Chelsea, there's that Italian guy, I can't remember his name. Yeah, Cassidy. He played for Reading. I just want some of these guys to develop, like.
Yeah, I hear
especially because I've been watching preseason. Obviously, don't get too excited with preseason, but we're starting to look like a new, fun team.
There is a bit of excitement, I ain't gonna lie. I'm looking at Chelsea, I'm like, alright, some of these,
Like, I genuinely see best case scenario, Jackson getting like 14 and 5 and just balling out.
In the Prem?
Yeah.
Or all comps?
Nah, in the Prem.
I can see that all comps.
Nah, in the Prem. Remember, we're not playing Champions League or anything, so all we have to do is focus on
young FA Cup,
No, but I see him. I said best case scenario, by the way.
Oh, okay, first.
I see him and Nkunku like either going very well, or
I don't even know you guys front three is anymore. What, Madueke. Oh, Sterling's still there. Yeah. Raheem.
I want Madrid to start, bro. Sterling. I feel like if Sterling's not world class, or
you can start both of them.
No, we could, but I'm saying if he's not world class or a top goal scorer, it's very much floppish right now. Because like Mudryk, 50, I think.
Okay.
But I think Mudryk is like looking, just from preseason, him and Jackson are looking very
sharp.
Yeah, and he looks like he has his confidence back. So it's just like.
Do you know what it is? Mudryk can't flop. Well, no, not that he can't flop, but he seems too good to be a flop. Like from what I've seen, like that video, I know he has talent, but where that talent is leading him, I don't know.
He's a very much like an X Factor player. Like no one really knows much about him like that. Like he didn't play much. Like you saw a bit of his skill set. Yeah, he had one season. You saw a bit of his skill set, but no one really knows like what he can do. So
I think what it is that he's like obviously he's very fast. He's good dribbling. He's got a bit of a shot on him.
Yeah.
In terms of his overall game, I don't really know who to compare him to off the top of my head, but he does seem like a good winger, and I feel like next season. Now, obviously, it was very headline when he signed for Chelsea because he'd been twerking for Arsenal all year.
Yeah.
And then it was like the massive fee as well. And then January to obviously May didn't do anything. Barely did. I think he scored one goal, maybe.
No, he didn't score a goal. He got assist.
It's even worse. But yeah, so a lot of the tension was on him as the marquee signing. But then now, it's cooled off a little bit. Pre-season, he's having his time to gel with the new manager, team, and all that sort of stuff. All 70 of them, and then now it's like
Now we got rid of like 15 guys.
nah. But now it's like he has an actual full season now to actually take it in and be like, okay, I had a little taste of the Prem. I know I have talent. Where's this talent going to lead me?
Yeah.
So
I mean, if Pochettino could develop into like a Son-ish player, I'll be happy.
I don't see him. No, actually,
like Son. People think people assume Son was prolific for this whole Tottenham career, but
not. He's never actually been prolific apart from that one season. Let's be real.
Nah, he's been for 2. But prolific isn't like you score 20. 20 doesn't mean you're prolific. 20 is like prolific
actually,
is more so finishing and all that type.
Yeah, prolific is more like you're finishing your chances.
Yeah, so like it was more like 3-4 years he was.
But then again, finishing your chances and then scoring a lot of goals goes hand in hand when you're talking about how prolific a striker.
No, but at the same time, when you're playing with someone like Harry Kane, you're only gonna get him so many like shots.
No, but Harry Kane is a creator in himself as well.
No, but like if you think about the one season you just said that he was prolific, it was more so
when he was injured.
Yeah.
Yeah. So okay, fair enough.
Like more time, you'll get like 15, maybe 17, maybe 13. No, I'm talking about Prem. Like you'll get. Yeah, he'll get 13, maybe. But you'll get assists as well.
He'll hit double digits.
Yeah, he'll hit double digits. For a winger, which is very good as well.
Yeah, 100.
But yeah, if Modric could develop into like a Son-esque player, he doesn't have to be Son, but do you get what I mean? Like someone who's just really good in the attack. In the final third, that's all I really want it to be.
I can see that.
But yeah,
I'm excited for the next season, man. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, every team is looking like even I watched some video on Postecoglou, and I don't think he's like Pochettino but I feel like he can play that fun Spurs type football and just be a nuisance. Like
he seems like a decent manager. I'm not gonna lie. I haven't been focusing on the Scottish League since probably like the year after we signed Tierney. I'll be so honest with you. So I don't really know much about him, but obviously he did his thing in Celtic, won the league there. Obviously, people say it's a one-horse race, but come on, you still got to give a manager props. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially now the Rangers are back being like a serious competitor to them as well.
Yeah.
But I don't know. One team I was gonna say that looked like they were playing ball was United. When we played them pre-season, obviously we lost 2-0. And it was like these guys were actually playing a bit of ball.
No, I mean,
like
we got Murder Mace, so he's better than Havertz. I'll tell you that for free.
I think he is better than Havertz.
Wait, like if you guys had,
if we signed Mount instead of Havertz,
I would have been like, I wouldn't. Obviously, it would be a bit dick riding, but I'll say like you guys are gonna win the league.
It would make a lot more sense because Mount is as a midfielder more. He's better rounded as a midfielder than Havertz, if that makes sense.
Yeah, you can actually play
more well-rounded.
Yeah,
you can actually play in it.
Whereas Havertz,
he's got a bit of defensive capability.
Yeah.
Havertz was looking lost. And you know it's still pre-season, so I'm allowing him.
If Arteta makes Havertz a good player, I'm gonna say he's better than Klopp. Right now, he's not better than Klopp to me. But if he makes Havertz, because like for me, that's why I rate like Pep so highly, is because like he'll just take a random player and just like you've never seen this type of attribute from them.
But then again,
and just develops it.
Arteta did that with Xhaka. He completely transformed the way Xhaka played.
Those first like 10, 15 games, Xhaka was...
No, this whole season, bro. This whole season that went.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen Xhaka... The thing is, I think Xhaka was actually our most consistent player this season in terms of... No. Listen, you're going to have to let me land.
I think Odegaard was, but continue.
You're going to have to let me land. When I say most consistent player, I mean not the one who's always headlining or whatever. I'm saying the one player in the team where it's like, if you taken him out, of course, if you took Odegaard out or Saka out, you'd notice a difference. Or like we took Saliba out and we saw the difference. But with Xhaka, it was like that midfield stability to allow Odegaard to do what he does and allow Partey to just sit back a little bit and sweep up. Xhaka was a powerhouse in that midfield.
But when you guys had Jorginho, I was like, buddy can go, man.
What do you mean? Oh, Xhaka?
Yeah.
Nah, because Jorginho's a different type of player.
No, he's a different type of player, but I'm saying like
Jorginho doesn't run. Xhaka runs.
Well,
he runs slowly, but
I guess he does a bit of the running for like Odegaard as well.
Yeah, so it's one of those ones where I was like, Arteta really transformed the way Xhaka played. The guy was bagging goals. Seeing him in the final third. Yeah. Multiple times. Yeah. Like
we need to have Jay Million again because he made a wild Xhaka shot.
What do you say?
He said he was better than De Bruyne those first. Because we had him on like first 10 games where you guys were like clear ahead. And he said he was better than De Bruyne, and I was like... Because I remembered, I was like, oh yeah, he did say that. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get into this now. I see you.
Listen, once that magnum hits, the guy just starts talking loose.
No, that was wild. Because I feel like as well with Arsenal as well, I feel like every good player you guys have, I'm always like one step behind. Because I feel like a lot of players get overhyped. Like when you say
Yeah.
Xhaka's better than De Bruyne, I'm like,
That's just crazy.
what are we doing here?
That's just crazy.
And like for me, Saka needs to like do this again next season for me to like call him world class or.
I think Saka. The only player ahead of him is Salah
No,
in the league
I guess so. Yeah,
in that wing position,
in the right wing.
right wing. Well, who's a better left winger? Obviously, they play different sides, but I don't think Grealish is better than him. Grealish is not like in terms.
I wouldn't say he's better, but I wouldn't say
in terms
Saka,
of-
I wouldn't say Saka's like better.
He's not clear, but it's like who would I rather have? I'd rather have Saka.
I feel that's a preference. I think you could go either way with that
Yeah,
one.
you could probably go either way, but in terms of wingers, like, and this is.
I feel like it's a 1A, 1B thing. I don't think it's like a.
Yeah.
one or two
I get it. Yeah. I'd say that as well. But I feel like if you're gonna put like off of last season or whatever, last 2-3 seasons, you would put, if you're doing like S A B C, you would put Saka in that S tier. Because it's like a year on year improvement where it's like he's the main threat in that Arsenal team. And even though what he does is quote unquote basic in terms of dribbling and trying to beat his man, I think the only time he got locked up was against Nathan Ake, who is criminally underrated up until like the last stages of this season.
Yeah, he's good at ball.
But Saka does the same. I'm not gonna say that's the same thing, but it's like you know not to show him onto his left foot, but somehow he always gets onto his left foot. Do you know what I mean? It's that Iron Robin trait where it's like no, listen. I said it's the Iron Robin trait where you know.
Come on, man.
Listen to
Mahrez
what I'm
is
saying.
the only one who can say they
Listen
have
to-
that
no,
Iron
no,
Robin
listen
trait.
Listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. I said it's the Iron Robin trait where you know what he wants to do, but stopping him from doing that is very hard. That's what I was gonna say. I'm not talking about in terms of his shooting or whatever, or that inevitable left foot. I'm not saying that. I said the Iron Robin trait where you know he's the right winger who's left footed. You know he's gonna go onto his left.
Maybe Chelsea Iron, man. Maybe Chelsea Iron Robin. And not the bad one. That's my dog,
No,
man.
Iron Robin was a bad boy.
Yeah.
Bad boy. Yeah. And yeah, you could probably say Mahrez.
Mahrez is the closest.
Mahrez definitely has.
He's the regen of like.
Nah, not the regen of Robin. Nah, but in terms of who has the most shades of Robin as a right winger into this.
No, peak Mahrez like at City that 1 year at Leicester. You can say it's a regen. Like when you put like his actual seasons on the board, pretty much. Because Robin wasn't like he was, but you think about it, a lot of his career was spent at Chelsea, obviously Real Madrid, and then Bayern. Like when you think about Mahrez's time at City and at Leicester, band for band, it's not too bad. I'll still say Robin maybe had 2 more seasons ahead of him, but
he had a lot more seasons ahead of him, Robin.
But peak Mahrez was in Champions
Mahrez was
League.
scary.
Him and Foden, they were crazy.
Scary. No, it wasn't even that. It was the same year that they won AFCON.
Oh yeah.
That year he was on smoke.
Yeah.
Smoke. Yeah. Oh no. Crazy, man.
Well, who do you think is gonna be? Well, what were we gonna say?
No, I was gonna segue into something else.
Yeah. Actually. Well, you're looking for it.
Yeah, I'm trying to look for it because I deleted Twitter, so I get all my I'm trying to get all my stuff, but I deleted Twitter, so I need.
No, it gets like that, man.
It's not great. It's not looking good. All my notes are gone. But sorry, you're gonna say something.
No, I was gonna say, who do you think is gonna be like a breakout player next year?
Breakout player. Oh, this nigga's reading my mind. That's one of my video ideas for my football channel coming soon. You guys stay tuned for that. You know, I got it in the works. It's gonna be coming out soon. So a lot of the time it's gonna be on there talking ball. Of course, Izzo will be on there from time to time. You know, lending his knowledge, his Chelsea hat. But yeah, that's gonna be coming soon. We're gonna be talking about all sorts of stuff, doing weekly roundups, or maybe weekly or bi-weekly roundups. I haven't quite figured out the schedule yet, but we'll be starting very, very soon in August. all things football, the final whistle, TFW, YouTube, so get at that. I'm gonna start posting some stuff on there soon. But breakout stars, I would say there's 5 players. I would maybe not breakout stars, but players that would surprise that I think are going to surprise me. Player number 1, Julian Timber. The reason why I said I think he'll surprise me is because I've known about the Timber brothers for a while. Like in terms of them being good, and obviously they're versatile. You know, both of them can play pretty much the same positions. It's very weird. CDM, centre half, right back if needed. Obviously Jared I think is more of a right back. His brother Quinton is more of a CDM. But I feel like Julian Timber is going to surprise me a lot because I know he's good, but he's going to show me how good he is. The same way Saliba, everyone knew that Saliba was good. You know what I mean? There was a reason in France they'll call him the Mbappe of centre halves. Do you get it? But then when the guy came into the team this season, I was like, no, this guy's really good. I feel like Timber's going to do the same thing where he's going to be like, okay, I knew he was good, but I didn't know he was that good. Do you get it?
Yeah.
I'd say Timber for 1. Another one I'd say is probably... Oh, it's kind of tough. There's been a lot of transfers, to be honest.
No, it doesn't have to be like a transfer. It could be like someone who's been...
someone who's ready there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then in that case, I'd probably say one of the Chelsea boys in the front 3.
Yeah, I think either Madueke or Mudryk.
Because they are obviously good players. Like, let's be real. None of these players are shit. None of these players are terrible footballers. But they had a tumultuous time last year. Everyone in that club, bar like maybe 1 or 2 people, had a tumultuous time. But I feel like someone like Madueke might come into his own. Same with like Levi Colwell, if you guys keep him, which I kind of hope you guys do.
I mean, Fofana's injured too.
Exactly.
I don't think
we have a choice. But yeah, I feel like Madueke might surprise me because he is a baller. And I remember because he used to play for Tottenham. I think that was an academy game I watched, under 21s. I think he used to play for Tottenham. I
don't know about that one, Chief.
I think he used to play for Tottenham's academy. Let me double check that.
Yeah, double check that, please. That's common, mate. That's common talent.
Yeah, I knew it. Yeah, he used to play for Tottenham.
Oh, no.
No, Tottenham's academy.
I thought it was academy.
Yeah, I knew it.
Well, he's at our academy now, so.
Yeah.
He counts as our academy graduate.
Not your academy. Come on now.
No, but he counts as our academy graduate.
No. Guys, he's your age.
No, but he's played under 23s. He's definitely played in our academy.
Maybe like 1 game to regain fitness.
Nah,
that doesn't count. But
anyways,
yeah, sorry.
What was this?
He captained the under 16s, and then he made his under 18 debut at 15, and then he joined PSV in 2018. So when he was 18?
Yeah. Wait, you talk about Madueke or who?
Madueke.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Colwell.
Oh, no.
I was about to be like, yeah, Madueke was never ours, man.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Okay. No, I know Colwell. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that makes way more sense.
So Madueke, I think I remember watching a Tottenham game, like, it must have been like the North London derby for our under 18s or under 21, something like that. And I was like, this guy was kind of techie. And then, obviously, I didn't know he went to PSV, but then he popped up again. I think his second season in PSV, when it was him and Xavi Simons. I think it was his first. I think it was Xavi Simons' first year at PSV, and these guys were balling.
Yeah.
And I said, this guy might be onto something. And obviously Chelsea signed him. I didn't actually want Chelsea. I wanted him to go to Dortmund because I knew Sancho was going to United. Yeah, it was like a year after. That would have been way better. Yeah, I mean, but then they got Jamie Bino Gittins instead. But yeah, Madueke, I feel like that talent is there. I know it's there. Do you know what I mean? He reminds me of a lot of ballers that I've seen in the past. So to see someone like him have such a bad time, it's only right.
I mean, he wasn't really bad because he played the second half of the season.
Yeah, but
showed flashes.
Yeah, he showed flashes, but he wasn't really doing much.
No,
for how he was in PSV.
No, but the problem with Chelsea is that for example, the reason I'm so happy about how he performed in we've been performing preseason is because it feels like everyone knows where each other are. You know that like chemistry.
That familiarity and that,
Last season it was just like a new starting lineup every week. Gallagher might start. Mount got injured and then he didn't.
That guy needs to go.
No, I feel like Gallagher went to like a Liverpool or something. People just look at.
Because of work rate. That's what Liverpool are on. Gegenpress.
He could play that Wijnaldum role if he's developed properly.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Gegenpress is he would be fantastic in the Gegenpress system.
No, I'm saying we could like if I just hope Poch develops him, man. That guy's got talent. It's just that like if he doesn't have clear, no, if he doesn't have clear instructions, he just looks like a headless chicken.
No, facts. No, I hear it. Fully hear it.
But yeah, Madueke, I definitely think he can do well next season.
Yeah,
definitely. I think Richarlison will have a better season than he did last year.
Oh, he has to. He only scored 1 goal last year.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, like,
this time.
I think he can get back to his like Everton, Watford form, where it's like, ooh, he's a bit of a baller, but then most of the time it's just like he's a good attacker.
Yeah, potentially. I can hear it. One thing I was gonna talk about was but it came out today, so I don't know if you peeped it. Travis album.
Yeah, I listened to it.
First takes.
So first impressions on the Travis album.
I wasn't really. The thing is, I think maybe because I wasn't really focused when I was listening to it.
Do you know what it is?
I was on a train, so I was hearing a lot of background noise.
Yeah, you see, that's the thing. It's one of those albums where it's like, because for example, when I first heard Astroworld, I didn't like it.
Swear.
No, I didn't like it, but I didn't.
It didn't.
Yeah, and then I listened to it again, and like Skeletons is one of my favorite tunes ever. Like, Stop Trying to Be God. Like,
Stop trying to be good.
like, you know what I mean? Like, in terms of the ratings of it, it just increased. So maybe it's like my headphones, maybe it's like the space I'm in. But there was still bangers on, like the Future, Scissor, and Travis song is damn near. That song is perfect. It's Telekinesis. That's what it's called.
Oh, okay.
That song is amazing.
But that's what I was talking
like,
about.
Scissor
When,
went crazy.
You have to hear it 3 different times to finally cast the dice on it. You gotta hear it in your speakers,
With certain artists, yeah.
in your AirPods, and then maybe in like a surround sound system, like your TV or your car or whatever. To really, to really if you want to really deep it, again, depends on what type of album and that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
But I think I'm definitely gonna spin it on the way back just to give it a second listen. But that tune of Drake.
Yeah, Drake's spazzed.
That tune of Drake.
Drake's spazzed.
Drake is on something serious right now because I can't lie. The features he's had recently, or maybe this year, I can say, he's had some really good features.
I mean, he never really misses like years wise of features.
No, he never really misses. But like, you know how sometimes he has those ones where it's like, yeah, alright, cool, Drake's on it, and then there's other ones where like Drake went in on it.
I wouldn't say this is his best year though.
No,
I think
say that.
his best year was oh my gosh, what year was it? It was, what year was I in? Yeah, 11. 2017.
Ooh, yeah.
When he dropped that Block Boy JB song. That's how he started the year, you know.
Look alive. I don't know.
And I just know that year. I can't remember all of them, but I just know that year. I think the Migos tune dropped as well. Like,
Having Our Way.
No, it's not Having Our Way.
It was Walking Like I Talk It. Yeah.
I think one of those tunes, but that year, the guy went nuts.
But I mean, so far, he's got obviously the Freestyle Essential C. That's very good. He's got the song with Young Thug, Or You Went. Even the intro with Young Thug is good. He's got this one on Travis. He's got his album coming up as well. Yeah. Like, hey man, hey, you might do something special this year.
I think it's gonna be the same old.
Nah, for the dogs. I think he's gonna do something special.
This doesn't feel that special.
Nah, he's gonna do something. No, I feel like.
I've gotten to the point where I've accepted who he is at this point.
Which is.
I'm gonna give you a 7 out of 10 year, but like I'm gonna make you wanna enjoy and anticipate music again. Yeah. Like when Certified Lover Boy came out, like around that time, obviously he had that Billboard thing where it's like, hey Atlanta, Young Thug and Future on the album. And I was like, yeah, like that was where it was popping up in different places. It felt like it was bringing people together. Heard the album now. No, actually the singles put me off a bit.
Yeah, the singles.
Heard the album, I was like, okay, this is good. Let it grow, and then I was like, okay, this is a very good project. But I was like, yeah, it's a 7 out of 10. Like, I feel like that's pretty much where he resides.
And then the occasional
he could drop a 6,
8.5.
No, I think he's way past his.
No, I'm saying in terms of like features, the occasional 8.5.
Oh no, I'm saying like I'm talking about albums. I'm not talking about like.
I'm saying in the year that he drops that, your usual 7.5 or 7 out of 10. he'll have that one feature that year where it's like,
Yeah.
do you get it?
But I add that to the 7.5 years.
Okay, fair enough.
But yeah, I think this one would be like a good album by December. I wouldn't say it'll fall out of my rotation, but by December I'll still be like, it's a good album. I like certain songs of it, and then I'll be like, we haven't heard Drake music in 5 months. Da, da, da. It's very cyclical, man.
Do you know whose album can actually be contender for album of the year right now? Gunna's.
Oh, stop.
Gunna's album.
Stop.
The replay on it is nice, man.
Stop.
And when you talk about the hit singles from it, bro, come on, man.
No, I don't
People are like, let's be real.
I don't like
that album is better than Young Thug's. It's better than Young Thug's, and I don't think.
But you said album of the year though, and Young Thug doesn't really make good albums though.
That's his fault.
If we're being honest,
that's his fault. He had features on it as well.
Don't say that's his fault. No, don't do that. Don't do
Gunna
that.
did not have a single.
Don't do that because Gunna wouldn't have a career without Thug. Don't disrespect him.
A lot of people wouldn't have a career without Thug.
Exactly.
But here we are.
What do you mean? Here we are. Don't like. That's like people say like Wayne is better than Drake to be like. Oh no, Drake's better than Wayne to me. He's like at a certain point in time. Now you could say okay, he's surpassed him, but still respect the guy who damn near gave him a career. Like
no, I respect.
And
the
way he developed Gunna's in like damn near his whole style he kind of gave to Gunna, and then Gunna obviously developed his flow.
Yeah, but in itself, you can say the same with people like, well, you can say the same with like Kid Cudi and early Travis. You can say the same with Kanye West and early Drake. You know, you can say a lot. You can say the same thing with a lot of people like that. And let's be real, in terms of music careers, yeah, Gunna is still in that early-ish phase.
Yeah.
Do you get it? So I hear it. Now it's like obviously because of the whole case and whatnot.
Yeah, like DS4 was meant to be the start of his like prime.
Yeah, but DS3, right? No, DS4 is the one that dropped. Sorry.
Yeah, last year.
Yeah, DS4 is like when he started to like this is Gunna.
Yeah, he
like,
started to get an identity for himself.
Exactly.
Because before, obviously people were like, oh, I like Wanna, I like DS, Drip or Drown, I like DS2, and I thought those were cool projects, but like I always liked a couple of songs, but
it never really had that individuality sense to it. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, it was just like cool beats. If I like the flow, I like the song. If I don't, then the song's trash to me.
Like Wanna is.
I wanna just, I don't know, it just sounds more expensive than the last. It didn't really like, if I'm being honest, it didn't stick with me like that. But then DS4, when I was like, okay, I'm starting to see the hype. He's actually impacting culture.
I didn't actually like DS4 when I first heard it because the first half to me wasn't that great. It was only when you got to that Kodak Black song. What's it called?
How you did that?
Yeah. I was like, okay, it started to pick up, and then from there. So if you take the album start to that Kodak Black song, it's like a 6.5. But then from that Kodak song to the end, it's like on average 8. Like it's very, very good from there, and that's why I didn't really like it at first. But you know, I don't know. It's interesting. I feel like, and
I just think this album's on the same level as like Wanna to me. Like,
oh no, I don't think.
I think the story in terms of pre-album, in terms of like there being anticipation and expectations for him, was like important, and
no, definitely,
it definitely played a role. But I get that, but I don't know.
To sort of like go off of a different angle, I'm kind of excited for UK music. You know.
Yeah, I think we've had a way better year than
the Americans.
Way.
Yeah, no, 100%. But I'm like
people didn't rate.
I'm really excited for what the rest of this year has to offer in terms of UK music. Obviously, Len just put his tape out.
Yeah, today. I need to listen to that.
Also, you guys should listen to you know when it's there and then you're about to say it and it just. Anyways, Mike L put out his EP today. So yeah, one of the guys from the ends and that gotta give him a little shout out and that. But he's a good artist, man. But yeah, like I was saying, a lot of UK music right now is just like I actually want to listen to this. You know, I actually want to listen to these tapes. I want to actually update my UK playlist because for the longest time I was like, I ain't listening to this UK stuff, man. I'm gonna stick to my Afrobeats and my R&B because that's my bag usually. But now I'm more taking it in. Like I told you, I listened to Potter's tape the other day, and I was like, although Potter's not an artist that's for me, I can understand why. I actually like the album. Yeah, like it's actually good. I get that he's a good rapper, and I get why people are saying that is their album of the year, contender, or whatever. But yeah, I like that. Nine's album, good. Huss's album, it's still good. Do you get it? And then obviously, I think Stormzy is dropping soon, apparently.
Maybe, I don't know. I mean, he's dropping singles, so probably.
Yeah, like that song with Ray, The Weeknd. I know it's doing the numbers on TikTok, but it's good.
I think it's a 2-pack of ass, but
Nah, it's good, man.
that's just me.
It's good. I ain't gonna lie. It's like a little something. It's maybe because it has more shades of R&B than what we're used to for Stormzy.
No,
maybe
it's not the R&B.
No, I'm saying maybe that's why I like it.
Oh, okay, that's why you like it first.
Yeah, but yeah, just man, it's just good. I'm keen to see what's going on.
Yeah, I'm afraid it's dropping in 2 weeks.
Do you know if Drake's dropping this year?
Maybe.
I mean,
I think he'll just drop like 3 songs.
Oh, like a little EP, like he usually does.
No, I'm not. Like just 3 songs
Oh.
sporadically
Maybe.
through the end, and then maybe next year he'll start getting into album mode.
I told you, I want that Cortez mixtape.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I want that Cortez. And do you know what it is? And so, you know when we put... So, obviously, I said that ages ago. And then, obviously, put it on TikTok, and someone was like, isn't Cortez a music group? Oh, not everyone who's black that has clout needs to make music. I was like, are you stupid, bro? Like, some people piss me off.
Do you know what's
not see
funny?
the fucking vision, bro?
Do you know what's funny about that comment section is that you said that, and then someone said that dumb comment, and then someone else commented, "Oh yeah," and they have a record label called da 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 da. I can't remember what the record label's called.
Oh yeah, I get. And they said that my man already made a tune under their minute.
Yeah, so it was like it's not like a wild shout.
It's not like I said Trapstar should go make a or Hoodrich. What the hell? I ain't talking about some any brand over here. I'm talking about a brand that's making moves in all of these industries.
Even Trapstar's not that wild to make like a label, because they had that thing with K-Trap and
and obviously like the whole link with Central C when he first came out. So you know what I mean.
It's not wild.
But like with Cortez, like I broke it down in that video. I think I broke it down well. How about how they're touching all these facets of lifestyle, and they're like the lifestyle brand now. If you think about it, because it encompasses all of that through the sports, through the music, all of that. So why? And now they're touching with the music scene and that. Bare artists are either fucking with Clint or fucking with his clothes. Even Drake was talking about Clint in that freestyle.
Yeah.
So why wouldn't it just makes a lot of sense. Do you get what I'm saying?
No,
like people are just dumb, man. And you know what it is. I hope Clint sees this, yeah, and he's like, you know what? Let's accelerate the mixtape plans. Let's do it. Because I see Mids, he's talking about it.
He sees the vision.
He sees the vision. Do you get what I'm saying, bro? Hey, Clint, listen, slightly something. You know what I mean? Maybe
That's
a little bit.
young percentile.
Huh?
That's a young percentile.
I was talking about maybe some gums or something, but I'll take a percentage. I'll take something, bro. But yeah, like it's not even that wild to say.
Oh, you're seeing the whole challenge he's been doing.
Yes, I actually re-downloaded Twitter yesterday night because I was very, very bored. Bro, I was in my hotel room. I was just chilling, bro. Nothing was going on. So yeah, I was on Twitter and I saw it. Like some of the kits look cold.
Yeah, but it just looked like remix.
Yeah, but I feel like that is sort of the vibe that he was going for.
Yeah.
Because like when you look at the Club America one, the yellow, blue, red, yeah, that is essentially just a remake, but with Cortez's flavor on it. So the Boca Junior one, I don't think should have won personally, because I feel like there were some other designs that looked a lot better. I really like the PSG one that wasn't chosen. That one was good.
Oh yeah.
But
he was not pissed off about it, but he was like, "Come on, like, you saw our DP." You know?
Yeah.
Like, there, man. What?
But no, some of the other ones were cold. There was like the brown camo one that looked cold. But even that in itself, if I didn't know who the Cortez were, I do now.
Yeah.
Did you get it? And it's just jokes because like I don't know. I feel like stuff like that should not happen more often. But like, yeah, you should give it a competition to your target audience and see what they can come up with. And then maybe you take one of their ideas and you work with whoever came up with it, and then you say, "All right, cool. I hear it. This concept is cold. Cool. Let me show you how I think we can improve this, and then make it a thing where it's like, whoever the person is, if the person isn't like in the fashion industry like that, obviously you can be like, all right, cool, yeah, this is inspired by my man, by Cortez. Or if it is another fashion company that you decide to go with, then it's a young collab or whatever. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, it can launch them into the industry.
Exactly, and then that in itself just makes people feel like they're included in the brand.
No, 100%.
So I hear it.
Definitely engages people.
But from the source of that competition, where my mum was like, "Oh, I feel like this is lazy. He should hire me." People should just shut up sometimes.
No, I mean,
No.
that's how he got his blessings.
No. People should shut up sometimes.
I didn't think it was the most inspired thing as well. To be fair.
No, but sometimes you should just shut up because it's not. That wasn't a thing that is going to be released, was it? From what I saw, it wasn't a thing that
it's clear. Like you don't know. Like he might just do one of those.
Bro,
like,
you could just be spitballing.
Yeah, but at the same time, at the same time of like Cortez, I think what a lot of people are starting to do is like, there's the Cortez dick riders and then there's Cortez haters.
Yeah.
So I feel like sometimes you see the dick riders and you just be like, this isn't even that good. Like sometimes I'll see stuff, I'll be like, okay, this is fire. This is hard.
No, I hear it. Like I can't lie.
Like it's damn near a cult. Like the way people are just like,
Yeah.
if it has Cortez on it.
Like there's so I think when I first came across Cortez like 2 years ago, I think, and it was just like the little boat thing, whatever. I was like,
Outchenheimer.
Yeah, I was like, is this what niggas going wild for? Like I hear it looks nice, but like the way that they were running with the vans and all that stuff, I was like, damn, alright, cool. But since then, I've started to see that it's not just that. Yeah. And I was like, alright, cool, yeah, I can hear why people messing with the brand, you know? I can hear it.
No, I just I don't know, it's weird. It's like when someone like loves an artist too much for me kind of thing.
Yeah, no, that is actually a turn off.
No, but it's like the same thing, the equivalent, but fashion.
Yeah, that's a turn off as well. Because now, like, perhaps you've done it again. But it's like, now you want to start giving out fashion advice. Bruv, I'll slap you. What's all this? What do you say now? They say one word now.
Pieces?
No. It says your
aesthetic?
Nah.
Look.
He even used it in the video. What is man talking about? Where it's like, he's talking about your colour palette. Something like that.
I like those colour. I rock with those colour palette things.
No. He said another word, but it means like colour palette. That's what I'm saying. And it was like, yeah, like your. I can't remember.
I think I know what you're talking about.
But I was just like, and the thing is, I've heard some people use words like this. I'm just like, shut up, man. What? Because you got baggy cargos, like a shirt with holes in it, and some weird ass some trainers that aren't your Nikes.
Sometimes it drops, sometimes it doesn't. But the whole fashion industry is like.
No. I guess sometimes it drops, but now because you've got that, you feel you can start giving man fashion advice, bro. I don't care about your flipping jeans with patches in it. I couldn't care less.
Sure is.
You said I want to fuck with that.
It's not for everyone, I guess.
Man, it's not for everyone. You're looking like something that Oliver Twist was wearing, bro. I said this one's green, this one's brown.
That's what Oliver Twist. Well, let's update the players, man. I know you gotta go.
Say less. Tune I'm gonna put is Jealousy by Offset and Cardi B.
I still haven't heard that.
I just heard it. Was it on my way back today? Yeah, on my way back today. It's kind of good. I ain't gonna lie.
Was it on the same level as Clout? You doing it there for Clout?
Similar. I might just give it another listen to give it a verdict, but it was good enough to make me go like, oh, okay. And she ended on a bar. Oi, she ended on a bar.
Cardi B.
She said, what did she say? She said something like, oh, yeah, these bitches come from the hood. That's why they end up in the trunk. Because she was talking about like...
Yeah, cousin, double entendre.
What? I said that's a bar to end it. And it's one of those ones where it was kind of like a cappella punchline. Oh. So like, it was like half the beat was there for half the bar and then it ended and there was nothing else. Like, that's cold.
Yeah, that is cold.
Oh, that's cold.
That is cold. Let me get Till Further Notice from Travis Scott.
Alright, cool. Travis
Scott.
Further Notice. Yeah, I got high hopes for that album. I'm going to go listen to it again and then maybe next week or the week after give you guys the final verdicts on that. But thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. If you guys are on YouTube, make sure to go check out one of our other episodes, you know. We talk about a range of different stuff all the time. So go click one of the things, either this one here or that one there. Click that. Leads you to another video. If you guys are listening on Amazon Podcast, Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, make sure to leave us a 5-star review and a rating. It's been your boy Mids MB.
J to the Izzo.
We out of here.